Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. How do I get rid of envy, especially when you see that other people are being favored more than you by the beloved of Allah and the one that you love?
Turkish? Okay. That's a good question. Welcome to the big game. Welcome to Jihadul Akbar. This is Jihadul Akbar. The physical jihad is a small jihad. The Jihadul Akbar, the biggest struggle, is struggle against yourself, struggle against your nafs. There's a reason why it's called big, the biggest. It's not small. It's not small, it is big. And with this jealousy, so many are being tested. So many saints are being tested by this. And if you haven't reached the position of safety, you will still have envy and jealousy. Then that will make you to be stuck or for you to come down. Don't take this thing lightly. This is part of the ego. Prophet didn't take it lightly. He says, don't leave me to my ego even for a blink of an eye. So, if you have these characteristics, and if you're holding on to a share, and you're in the company of the share, then yes, you're going to start now with the cleanup. You're going to start to understand you have that envy in your heart. And so many times, yes, the share will pray for you. But you will have to do the work alone. You have to fight alone. They will support you. They will support you. But the fighting is still with you, yourself, alone. The Battle of Badr. Prophet ﷺ didn't pull back and say, Ya Rabbi, just send angels and fight against the unbelievers. They fought, didn't they? So many died. But when they do that, and he didn't just say, Ya Rabbi, I'm your Habibullah, help us, you're going to help us, and telling everyone, don't worry. No, he worried. A whole night he was staying up begging Allah, please, don't give them victory, Ya Rabbi, please, Ya Rabbi, please, Ya Rabbi, please, Ya Rabbi. And Allah sent them that time help against the shaitans. That he sent thousands of angels against these shaitans. So, welcome to the Jihadul Akbar. Welcome to understanding yourself. Now this is the time, that's why this Jamaat especially, this Tariqat, it's not for everyone because too many people, they don't care about these things. So many, they're not even caring. They're like, oh, I have no envy, they're saying. That means you didn't dig deep enough. And when you find it, you're going to say, no, that's not envy, but it is. Or you say, well, you try to find excuses for that. No. This is huge. Like I said, so many are tested. This envy was even afflicting. This envy was even disturbing the prophets and the children of the prophets. Didn't the children of the Prophet Adam alayhi salam, Habil and Qabil. Didn't Qabil have envy from Habil? Yes. They are the children of a prophet, the first man. First ones to be born in this world. First ones to be born in this world. There wasn't fasad, there wasn't corruption everywhere, there wasn't fitna. It was completely clean and pure. Parents came directly from paradise. And there was jealousy that caused one brother to kill another brother, not coming from different mothers, to kill the other brother because of what? A jealousy. The brothers of Yusuf alayhi salam, they were prophets too. They were all prophets. But they see Yaqub alayhi salam's favorite is Yusuf alayhi salam. And they had so much envy that they wanted to kill their brother. They pushed him into a well. They sold him. They wanted to get rid of him. So this is not something that is small, something that is light. You have to fight. You have to fight against this. How are you going to fight? You sit down and you're saying, first, you say, Astaghfirullah alazim wa atubu ilayh. I should not have this jealousy inside of me. Not to find reasons to be jealous, not to find, why is he being favored? He didn't do anything. I did more. Da, da. No. Cut all of that. Not to say I'm doing something and he's not doing anything. Why the Shaykh, why the beloved one of Allah is favoring that one? No. Just to say, this is none of my business. You know, only when you can take that to be your business, the only time when you have a right to say, yeah, why he is praising that one, not praising me, I do so much more. When that awliya Allah, that guide, is washing up someone, and you are saying, that is also me. I deserve that wash up too. Whatever he's saying, I have that inside of me. And not just to say I have it inside, but really to feel very bad when someone else is getting washed up, someone else is getting blamed, and you're taking that wrong on yourself, as if you did that. Then maybe you can say, then that time, someone is being praised, you say, I'm being praised too. But you know what? Once you start putting the blame of others, that they are doing wrong on yourself, and you're trying to fix yourself, never you'll come to that position where you are going to see someone else being praised and you're going to have jealousy. Never. Because slowly you come to understand, what do I have, really, honestly, sincerely, that is worth to be praised? What is it? I'm doing so many things that I need to improve, wrong things that I need to improve to get better. So you're being busy with that. You're not being busy with others, you're being busy with yourself. You're being busy with yourself what? To make yourself more depressed? To make yourself to go down more and more? No, you're making yourself, you're being busy with yourself to improve yourself. To improve and to be more careful and to say, I must do a better job next time. I must do a better job next time. I must do a better job next time. When that happens, you're going to be very alert. You're going to be very awake. You're going to be very aware. You will not be in ghaflat. And you will not take things as a robotic action. First thing you're going to do is to blame yourself. I did something wrong. Correcting. You correct. More you correct yourself, more higher station you're going to rise. More you correct yourself, more higher station you're going to rise. That one is being praised. And closer. But you don't know what is happening behind it. What is the reason for it? One thing we know, in the presence of Shaykh Mawlana, if Shaykh Mawlana is always praising someone, those murids that are intelligent, they will know, oh, Shaykh Mawlana is really praising him to the sky. This one, we have to watch. Watch him. Someone that we have to watch. Not watch as in to go and to praise him too. No. There's a big question mark there. Same thing with Shaykh Efendi. You come to the point, and now, not praising, everyone here will give up anything to hear Shaykh Efendi here again, to wash them up. To say, you stupid idiot, just to hear those words. Huh? So now, what does it matter? What does it matter? What does it matter that he's giving you the rose or the thorn of a rose? It doesn't matter. The saint is saying, it doesn't matter if you give me the rose or the thorn of a rose, because both is coming from you. Both is coming from you. This is for a believer. This is for those ones who are really trying to make themselves better. These are those ones that are not there to praise their ego. These are those ones who are trying to improve themselves. One time, one sultan, he had his favorite, that all the other ones in the court, they're very jealous of that one. Because that one looks like he's not too intelligent. Doesn't do nothing really special about him, the way according to their eyes. And everyone has jealousy. Saying, why is Sultan favoring this one? One time, they were eating with the Sultan. And the Sultan passed. What did he pass? You don't remember. Cucumber. First was his favorite one. No, his favorite one was also amongst them. He was passing a plate of cucumber. His favorite one was next to him, but he was the last one. He passed it. Everyone was taking one piece from the cucumber. This is from the Sultan. This is the best. What is the Sultan? He's the best. So they took one bite. It was so bitter that the whole mouth was kind of caving in like this. So the wazirs, they were eating, those ones that claim they love the Sultan and saying, I should be the favorite, I do so many things, I give my life, I do everything for him. They're taking that. The other one taking almost threw up. Everyone was making a weird face. When the plate passed to his favorite one, that is nothing special. He took it, he ate it, he said, this is so good. He took another piece, he ate, and he ate, and he ate everything. The Sultan smiled and looked. And he said, you foolish one. Why you eat everything? Don't you know it is bitter? Look, everyone is inside complaining why I'm passing to them a bitter cucumber. And you eating everything as if it is the sweetest thing. He says, my Sultan, whatever passes from your hand, it is sweet to me. In all these years, you have given me sweet things. One day, one time you give me a bitter thing, I'm not going to complain. Because all this time you're giving me sweet things. Why I'm going to complain? Whatever comes from you, it is a blessing. It is sweet. Sultan was laughing and says, do you now know? Do you now understand? People entering into tariqat, they want sweet things only. Don't you know, even in this world, sweet things will kill you, will give you diabetes. He's laughing, but he loves sweet things. No. And in this world, one thing that is missing, especially in the diet of the people today, is the bitter things. But the bitter things will balance so many things, will give you a health and nutrition in this world. But they stay away from it. Now the bitter things, in this way, it is what is going to make you to become better. The sweet things will not. The praisings will not. So don't look to that one that is being praised. It is not for you. You are saying, but I want the Shaykh to be happy with me. Yes. There are ways that you will know that the Shaykh is happy with you, other than him going, Afarin, mashallah, you're very good, you're very... That is a show also, isn't it? And if you are really connected to that Shaykh, you do something, you will know straight away whether he's happy with you or he's not happy with you. He doesn't have to show. That's the time when you have that connection. Isn't that connection more important than whether he says something sweet to you or not? And what is more important than that connection? Service. Service is more important. The servant doesn't look for the master to praise him. What kind of a servant is that? What kind of a servant is that? He's looking for a pay, to be praised, then he's going to do his work. No, the function, the job, the responsibility of a servant is to serve. His happiness, his contentment comes from what? From service. Knowing by himself he's serving and that his master is satisfied with it. Once we serve, Allah is saying, you become my servant, I will make you a sultan. So, run to serve. It's part of the ego. You feel jealous a little bit. Let that to be a fire. So run to serve. Allah is saying, run in the way of Allah. Compete with one another. He's not doing it. You run to serve. And that time, not only you're going to make a stronger connection, so many good things. Rahmat will fall because you're not keeping quiet. You're fighting against your ego. You're fighting against shaitan. You're doing something in the way of Allah. That one small situation will make your station to rise. So many fail. So many fail because one small situation, they drop. They fall. They become angry. They become bitter. They become jealous. They drop everything. We've seen people, because of those things, they don't understand. They're listening to their ego. They're not listening to their shaykh. They're not listening to others that their shaykh may send. They're not listening to sohbat. They just listen to their ego and they run away. They stay away from the Jamaat. What are you going to gain if you stay away from the Jamaat? Huh? Even the wild animals know if we go away from the flock, the wolves, they're going to attack us. Even animals, they know. And humans, we don't know. There are shaitans out there. Be careful. We have to be careful, inshallah. So, may Allah make it easier for you. But this is a tariqat that, yes, you have to sit down and you have to do some work. This work is called Jihadul Akbar. Now, we're not going to tell you, oh, you have this? Let me see. Open a book. Okay, recite this dua and all your things will disappear just like that. No. Holy Prophet ﷺ did not teach that too. He may say, what are all these du'as? What are du'as? Du'as are magic words. Du'as are what? Asking Allah for help, isn't it? Asking Allah for help, and these du'as will tell us what we are. And in reality, these du'as will inform us how to move. When we say, La ilaha illa anta subhana in kuntu minaz zalimin. La ilaha illa anta. There is no Lord except for you. And glory be to you. And I'm the one who have wronged myself. I'm the one who has made zulm on myself. That's not just a dua for you to recite. There's a dua for you to think. How did I make zulm on myself? Move this way. Move this way. Move in, move in, move in. It's okay. How did I make zulm on myself? That will make this dua to be effective. We just finished the Rajab. And how many reading the dua of the Wali Abbas of the Rajab? Some of you are reading? You're reading, correct? Okay. That dua is not just to read la, 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 3 times a day. You're closing and then you continue with your selfish, jealous, stubborn, arrogant attitudes in life. Is not to say you can continue to be a disobedient one, to be an arrogant one, but because you read that dua, everything is going to be forgiven. That's not what that dua is. That dua is asking Allah for help for the wrong things that you have done. Which means, for the dua to be effective, you have to think about the wrong things that you have done and you have to make intention to change them. You have to admit to them. You have to say, I have to stop from all of this. Help me. The help then will come to you. And the dua is asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, forgive me. Admitting, Ya Rabbi, you know, you forgive me. And you've given me blessings. And what do I do with your forgiveness and the blessings you've given me? I become more stubborn to you. Then we think, how I became more stubborn? Yes. I remember I was in trouble and I prayed to Allah to help me. And Allah sent the help. Then after Allah sent the help, I forget everything about Allah. I'm no longer asking Him. And then I started to misuse the blessings that He has given me. That dua is supposed to make us to think. It is not just a magic formula. Nowadays people, they're doing wrong things and they just say, okay, pray for me that this thing is going to change. You say we can. But it's not going to be so effective because you are not changing yourself. You're not understanding where the poison is coming from. And that dua is continuing. Forgive me for the wrongs that I've done to others. Whatever rights I've taken from them and the honor I've taken, men and women, and please forgive me. Which means what? Not just for you to say, but to sit down and to think, who have I wronged today, this month, this year? Who have I wronged? Whose rights have I taken? To be sincere, that's the time that dua is going to work. Otherwise, you're just reciting. You can record that dua and you can play and it can be recited 24 hours. It's not going to change nothing. You can teach a parrot to say those dua. It's not going to make that parrot into a saint. But when you start taking it, this is what you're saying, Aliday, this morning, about reading the Quran and thinking about what Allah is saying. And all these sohbats and all these du'as, everything, they filter to make what is there easy for us, but its source, its base is from the Quran. Its base is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's kalam, from the Prophet's words. And it is given to us so that now we can consume it better. But it is coming from that. But you have to think. Allah is giving an order to man. Think. Why you don't think? Don't you see? Don't you understand? Don't you realize? You have faith, you must think. You're thinking, you must have faith. So those du'as supposed to make us to think. Not for us say, I can continue my wrong actions, but if I say a couple of words, then all my sins is going to be forgiven and I can continue with it, then you're making fun of that. This is the work now that we have to do in this way. And as much as you're putting yourself in that work, that much progress that you are going to make. You're going to make a difference in your life. You're going to make a difference in others' life. You're going to take out the fire from your heart. When the fire exits, when the nar goes, the nur is going to come. But you have to understand why. Everyone is asking why to everything, but they're not asking why to themselves. Why am I feeling this way? What's the matter with me? What's wrong with me? Then you sit and you think and you think and you say, oh, this is why. Don't blame anyone else but yourself. This is why. Then that time very fast. Then that prayer, that himmat, everything is going to come now for you to change very quickly. Because you're not keeping still, not doing nothing and just saying, help me. Because you are taking one step. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, if you take one step to me, I will take 10 steps to you. So this is our step. We have to make that step, inshallah. May Allah accept it. Al-Fatiha. Okay. Say.